Hey guys. So I am listening to the press conference. I was at work. Hold on. I was at work last night when it was playing, so I wasn't able to watch it. So I am sure you guys have heard about this. It's been talked about since it happened on Saturday, and I want to hear from you guys. I want to know if you are familiar with brawls. I want to know if you are from a small town. I want to know. I want to talk to you guys. So this is definitely an impromptu live. This is an impromptu live, and yeah, let's talk about this brawl. So we heard the mayor. He just introduced the chief of police, and um, chief of police of the Montgomery Police Department. I mean, I know you probably know that. So, a lot of people are acting surprised about this, and if you're not familiar with a brawl, yeah, you're gonna be surprised. Does a brawl happen regularly? Yes, brawls happen all of the time. The thing that makes this one different is social media. People are using phones now more now. People are posting to social media more now, and there are so many more people who have access to seeing different things across the entire world. So that's what makes this one different. This happens all of the time. I come from a small town, and I can tell you, brawls happen all of the time. In my earlier days, I was in a few myself, you know. So yeah, this is not uncommon, and is people are like 50-50 on this. And nah, not 50-50, a little bit more than 50-50. But some people are not for it, some people are for it. For me, I'm seeing it in so many different levels. And I, again, was not surprised. So, the chief of police answered a lot of questions. I don't know if you've seen the press conference, but he answered a lot of questions. And those reporters had some really good questions. So, let's listen to a little bit of this. I hope you guys can hear it. The co-captain was then picked up by a separate vessel and brought to the pier in an attempt to have a conversation with the private boat owner and or have those boats. So the guy that was talking, the black man, in the beginning, a lot of people were saying that he was like a crew worker, like a deck security guard or something. No, he was the co-captain. And this is what the chief of police just said. He was the co-captain. He was taken off of a smaller boat and taken over to where that little boat was to have a conversation with the individual to let them know, hey, we need to park here. Like, it was just that simple. A man who is the co-captain of the boat comes over, has a conversation. Hey, this is where we park. You know, I have a lot of people on the boat, and we're going to have to ask you to move. Just that simple. And what do normal people say? Oh, okay. And they find somewhere to move. Just that simple. It's not hard. That was not hard. All of this could have been avoided. Move so that the Harry could dock. A confrontation ensued between the co-captain and Mr. Pickett, the co-captain, being attacked by several members of the private boat. Several members of the Harriet II came to Mr. Pickett's defense, engaging in what we all have seen since on social media. I'll give you a timeline as to where calls came in. So I've seen a lot of white people saying, "Oh, you know, if it was this way, if it was that way." The chief of police just said people came to the aid of one man who was being attacked by multiple people. multiple white men, multiple thugs. That's what they were. Multiple thugs is who the people came to aid from. They aided and assisted that co-captain in the attack from white thugs who could not or did not want to listen to him. It was just that simple. That's all they had to do was listen. But no, they too privileged to listen to a black man. That's all. That is all. This could have easily been avoided. Just respect the authority. The co-captain had the authority to ask them to move. And they didn't want to. They didn't want to. It was just that simple.
The Montgomery Police Department's response. The original call came in at 7 p.m. as a typical disturbance. The caller was the captain of the Harriet, was very calm and not in distress. As additional calls were received, at 7:15 p.m., the call was dispatched to the Montgomery Police Department. 7:18, the first units, 4 Montgomery Police Department officers are.
So yeah, now he's breaking down the timeline of when they received the call and all of this. So let's talk about some of the stuff that I took notes on when I was listening to it. I couldn't look at it because I was at work. So one of the questions that was asked by the reporter or one of the reporters is, were there signs indicating that the platoon couldn't dock there? And the chief of police said no, but there usually are signs, but over time they've probably been removed or whatever. Okay. So at first it's like, ooh, well, no signs. Maybe those white thugs didn't know. They didn't know that they couldn't park there. Well, according to a lot of people in the area, they say in this area, it is a known fact by the residents that in the entire state, everyone is aware that the Harriet docks in that spot. And this is according to local residents. They're all saying, we all know. We all know. And if you're from a small town and there are certain events and different things that take place, we know what parks there. We know what's going to be there. If you're from a small town, you know this. And all of these people were from this area. So 9.5 times out of 10, they knew that they were not supposed to park there. They knew that the Harriet parked there. There were like 2 or 3 events going on that day. Like this was just a peaceful event. People on the Harriet just trying to have a good time, and it turns into this. Okay, so those residents continue to reinstate or reiterate that everyone knows that spot is designated for the Harriet. And the co-captain had conversation with these men for 45 minutes. Why did he have to have conversation with them for 45 minutes? That's ridiculous. You go, you tell them the situation, they move, that's it. Like, there was no reason to have conversation for 45 minutes. This would not have escalated if they would have just handled it like a dog. Just that simple. So new information did emerge from the press conference that the black man, again, was not the security guard. He was the co-captain, and he was taken to the ER for, inspections or whatever, to make sure he was okay, and he was in stable condition. A reporter asked, how could this have been prevented? Well, how it could have been prevented is just follow the man's instructions. He asked you to move the boat so the Harriet can come there, could park there. That's how it could have been prevented. Stop having white privilege, stop acting like thugs, and move. That's it. I guarantee you that would have been a white co-captain asking them that. This would not have happened. Just that simple. So the chief of police said conflict resolution and de-escalation of situations It's not just for kids. He said we talk about this all of the time when it comes to teenagers and just kids. We're adults here. Just that simple. Follow the freaking rules. Um, he said it's not just for kids, but for adults as well. So there was no need for everything to get out of hand. And I agree. No need for this to happen. No need for this to happen. He went on to say, Chief of Police went on to say that Montgomery is a fun city, and this type of event can take a make can put a dark eye on the city. And I agree with that as well. I'm from a small town, and I have history with Alabama. TSU alumni. I visit Alabama on for summers and just hanging out, vacation and stuff. And Alabama was actually going to be one of the places that I was going to relocate to years ago. So I love Alabama, and like he said, this is a peaceful state. Like this is a fun city. We don't need this type of negative stigma on this city. And again, I love Alabama. Like I said, I'm Troy State alumni. I've spent summers, I've spent vacations in Alabama. And for this to happen is really appalling. And especially with the deep, dark racial history of injustice that has taken place in Alabama, this is appalling. It's very appalling. And I just can't believe this happened. I can't believe it escalated to where people are going to jail, warrants and stuff are being taken out. Because just like I said, brawls happen all the time. It's just they don't go to this extent. And with the way black people are killed in front of the camera regularly, like this hits home for a lot of black people. Like this could have been another black man dead, but people came to his aid and said, "No, we're not going to lose another life. It's not going to happen." So, I mean, you really we make it. A lot of people are making jokes. I've made jokes. I've had like a compilation of different memes and stuff that I've seen. Yeah, I've made jokes about it, but at the end of the day, this is all about the life of a black man that could have been taken because white thugs didn't want to hear what he had to say. That could have happened. We could That man's family could not have seen him again after this incident if those people would not have come to his aid. Um, a lot of people were talking about the chair. And again, I've made jokes about the chair. I have definitely made jokes about the chair. And but at the end of the day, listen, when I was younger and I was in brawls and stuff like that, let me tell you, if you um if you get in it, you in it. Like it don't matter if you're down. So people were saying that the lady was immobilized, she was unarmed, she was old. And I'm telling you, if you from a small town, hey, you get in it, you in it. You can get it. It don't matter your age, it don't matter your gender. I've been in them to where studs come in, they want to fight the men, they get hit. They get what men get. You want to get in it, that's on you. So no, it's no remorse for the lady. I don't care if she's old. I don't care if she was immobilized. I don't care. You get in, that's what happens. You want to be froggy and jump, you get hit with the chair. Like at the end of the day, that's just what it is, and that's the mindset of people from small towns who are involved in brawls. Again, this is not the first one, and it won't be the last one. This is just the one that went mainstream media. They happen all the time. So yeah, I've seen studs get hit, You want to jump and be froggy with men, you get hit by men. I've been in balls where a guy came from out of town, a larger city, thought he was gonna come and have some support just because he knew people in the small town. No, no. When it came down to it, we beat him. Like that. That's just what it is. Like you're in a small town. We take up for our people. You're not gonna come from somewhere else and hurt our people. So that's just it. So yeah, I have no remorse for the lady. Um, she shouldn't have been there. She wanted to be froggy and jump. She got hit with the chair. The guy who hit her is was given 24 hours to turn himself in. So I haven't heard anything as to whether or not he turned himself in, but he was given 24 hours. There have been multiple arrests for the white man who started the fight as well. The guy with the chair, I think his name is Reggie Gray or Green or something. I think it's Reggie Gray. And again, as I just stated, he was summoned to turn himself in for attacking the what they call elderly lady. Um, and there are four arrests or warrants for the three men. So far, these are misdemeanor charges, but officials are pushing for individuals to be deemed as a hate crime and exciting a riot, which escalates to felony grade state crimes. So, yeah, I mean, like this can go from a misdemeanor to a felony, all because they didn't want to listen to the co-captain. This could have easily been avoided. Um, and as I stated earlier, with the use of cameras and social media, um, we were able to see this. But one thing, if we want to look at it from a legal perspective, justice is being served because I don't know if you've seen a lot of the videos, but I saw one video where when security and the police came, well, when the police came, they were arresting the co-captain. Like I literally saw a video where the co-captain was handcuffed, and everybody was like, "No, no, these white men, these white thugs have attacked him. He is the co-captain. He asked them to move their little platoon boat so he could put the Harriet there." So justice is only being served really because of social media, because of these cameras, because of these people in this community coming together. Because as always, it's the black man that's going to be charged. The black man is going to be looked at as the one who starts everything. So yeah, he was actually handcuffed. So so yeah, with the use of camera and social media, justice is being served the way it needs to be, and yeah, finally. We didn't lose a life. That could have been another black man gone, another black man that didn't go home to his family because thugs didn't want to listen. So, yeah, I was hoping somebody chatted with me who was from a small town who actually understand these brawls. I mean, again, we see stuff on TV, but this happens in real life. We've seen this play out on social media, but this happens in real life. This is nothing different. It's nothing new. We've always been like that. Again, I'm from a small town, born and raised in a small town. I moved to the city and, lived in multiple states, larger cities. But at the end of the day, I'm a small town girl. And oh, yes, I've been involved in brawls. And I always knew my place. My place was not to get in the way of the men. My place was to do my girly role. So, Miss Old Lady, I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You was froggy, you jumped, you got hit with the chair. I don't care if you down or not because you get it's so much adrenaline going. Like when everybody, it's like you don't even have to really know. Man, I can remember just standing and me and my friends standing and one person take off running. We all take off running. We don't know why we just taking off running. We don't know if we going to fight. We don't know if we running away from a dog or trouble. Like we don't know. You just one person run, everybody else take off. Like that's just the close knit family or the close knitness of a small town. Like everybody is just for each other, and that's just how it is. So, yeah, sorry you guys if you don't understand what a small town entails and how close and family connected we are, even if we're not actual family. Hey, you learn today, and that family learn. I guarantee you they won't do that again. But one thing the chief of police said is that he hopes that this doesn't incite any other things or you know any other racial injustice where they want to kill off the people who were involved because with the social media we're able to see each other individually who was actually involved in this. So hopefully it would not escalate to more crime where people are killed and things of that nature. Definitely won't be the white people um, that's being killed. I honestly I feel like with the third reaction that they gave, this could escalate even after all of this is over. So, but yeah, again, this is not the first time that a brawl has taken place. This won't be the last time that a brawl takes place. The only difference is this one was on social media, and again, you feel froggy and you want to jump. That's what happens. You just never know what's going to happen. So I saw a few people in the chat. Nobody wanted to chat with me. So leave in the comments. Are you from a small town? Have you ever been involved in a brawl? Let's talk about it. Let me know how you feel about this situation. So as always, please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next live or the next video.